Ladies and gentlemen, we warmly welcome you all to the inauguration ceremony of the 19th intake of Commonwealth Executive Master of Business and Public Administration offered by the Faculty of Management Studies, the Open University of Sri Lanka.
Our gathering today is graced by the presence of several distinguished personalities who have contributed a lot to the academia and the community who are planning to contribute through the successful completion of this program. It is indeed an honor to have you all here, and your presence has made this occasion more memorable. To commence this event, this is time for lighting up the traditional oil lamp, symbolizing illumination of the knowledge and promise of a bright future.
To light up the traditional oil lamp, I respectfully invite the chief guest of this event, Professor P.M.C. Tilakaratna, Vice Chancellor of the Open University of Sri Lanka, Dr. Ruchira N. Vijayasena, Guest of Honor, Dr. Sujeevi Sappakarnage, representing Dean, Faculty of Management Studies, Professor Champika Lianagamage, Head, Department of Accounting and Finance, Professor Nalin Abesekara, Dean, Faculty of Management Studies, Professor L.P.S. Gamini, Faculty of Management Studies, Ms. Vinda Jayasena, Registrar, the Open University of Sri Lanka, Dr. G.A. Vikramasinghe, Bursa, the Open University of Sri Lanka, Professor Shanti De Silva, Director SETME, and
Mr. Asanka Seneviratna, Chief Coordinator, CEMBA Program, Mr. Chanaka Veerasekara, Chief Coordinator, Bachelor of Management Studies Program, Mr. Janaka Gunasekara, Senior Assistant Registrar, Faculty of Management Studies, Mr. Anushka Bandara, Director, RES, Ms. Vindhya Angamana, Assistant Director, Colombo Regional Center, Dr. Dhananjay Dharmaratna, President, CEMBA Alumni, one learning partner representing the 19th intake of Master's Program.
Thank you all. And with the lamp now shining brightly, let's proceed today's program. And before that, once again, please stand from your seats and let's sing and salute the national anthem.
Thank you very much. At this moment, I would like to extend a warm invitation to our esteemed guests to join us at the head table. Your presence and support have been instrumental in making this occasion truly special, and we are grateful for your participation. I would like to invite the Chief Guest and the Vice Chancellor of Open University of Sri Lanka, Professor P.M.C. Tilakaratna, the Guest of Honour, Dr. Ruchira N. Vijayasena, Head Department of Marketing Management of Faculty of Management Studies, Dr. Sujiri Sapukotanage, Head Department of Accounting and Finance, Faculty of Management Studies, Professor Champika Lianagamage, to kindly proceed towards the head table.
Thank you. And now, to formally commence our event, I respectfully invite one of the key pillars of success of the Faculty of Management Studies, Professor Champika Lianagamage, Head of the Department of Accounting and Finance, to deliver the welcome address.
Good evening. Professor PMC Tilakaratna, the Vice Chancellor of the Open University of Sri Lanka. Dr. Ruchira Vijayasena, the guest of honor of this evening. Dr. Sujivi Sapukotanage, Head Department of Marketing Management, representing the Dean of the Faculty of Management Studies. And Program Coordinator, Mr. Asanka Seneviratna. Professors, members of the academic staff, members of the Alumni Association of MBA MPA programs of the Open University, and our dear new learners. Let me officially welcome all of you to this inauguration ceremony of Commonwealth Executive Master of Business Administration, Public Administration programs of year 2023. Dear learners, the most important stakeholders of this evening. First of all, I would like to congratulate each of you for having secured your postgraduate placement in this prestige and unique MBA program with the Open University of Sri Lanka. Today, on behalf of the Faculty of Management Studies, I warmly welcome all of you to the Commonwealth MBA MPA programs as well as to this new learning environment. Today, you all are starting a new academic journey with this MBA. So, I think you will have to have a very good commitment to continue this program, because doing a postgraduate is truly challenging. You will have to effectively manage your time and balance your work, family, and academic life in order to successfully complete this program. During this academic journey, you will be developing the most important essential managerial capabilities: knowledge, skills, attitudes, and most importantly, the mindset that will equip your professional, personal, and civic life to thrive in this increasingly complex and interconnected world. So, before concluding my small welcome speech, Vice Chancellor, I would like to tell all our new learning partners that you have made the right decision by selecting the Open University for your postgraduate studies. I'm confident that you will definitely enjoy this academic journey with the Open University. I wish you all the very best for a successful academic journey with the Open University of Sri Lanka. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Madam. Following the welcome address, we warmly welcome Dr. Sujivi Sapukodanage, the Head of the Department of Marketing Management, representing the Dean of the Faculty of Management Studies, to address the gathering.
Wish you all a very good evening. The Vice Chancellor, Professor PMC Tilakaratna, the guest of honor, Dr. Ruchira Vijayasena, invitees, friends, and most importantly, our learning partners who are joining the Faculty of Management Studies for an exciting learning experience. I would, at the outset, start with saying that the Faculty of Management Studies of the Open University of Sri Lanka fosters managers with the passion to learn and contribute to the society. I believe that all of you who are seated here have that passion within you. In the past cohorts, we have seen such members in our past batches, including the person who is seated in the front, Dr. Dhananjaya, who have shown the passion to learn as well as serve the society. We are engaged in many CSR activities also through this program. So with that passion, you need the commitment and the devotion as well to proceed with your studies. With that only, the staff who are very committed will get the encouragement to take you over through the program successfully. And we have experienced that those who show devotion and commitment have completed their program within the specified time without any hesitation. So at the beginning itself, at the outset, you get that determination to finish this off with the minimum time of duration with that devotion and commitment. And also, I would like to say that the faculty as well as the university always strive for excellence in our programs with the excellent leadership given by our Vice Chancellor, Professor Tilakaratne. So this program for you, which you have registered yourself today, also offer you a lot of opportunities in collaboration with the Commonwealth of Learning, especially the international exposure that you get through this program, with the international member countries sharing their experiences, with our board members representing the Board of Study with the other Commonwealth countries. The quality of the program is very meeting our expectations for delivering excellence through our programs in the faculty. And also, most importantly, we have a research project in your studies which give you an exceptional experience to get the skills that you need to aspire in your careers. So make use of that experience. We have experienced through our past cohorts that those who show their interest in their research studies have gained many opportunities in their careers as well, with a lot of international publications in journals and so on. So that also you should keep in mind will add to your knowledge and the skills you expect from registering to a program that is very well known among professionals in the industry. And also the goal of the faculty is to equip you with the knowledge, skill, and self-confidence especially needed to reach the heights in your careers. So make use of all the opportunities that we provide you in the program with a very experienced teaching panel, which provide you opportunities for presentations and other group activities which involve skill development and building self-confidence in you all. And finally, I hope that we could meet your expectations through our efforts toward an excellent delivery. So your commitment and contribution is also much needed to gain our goal of the faculty towards excellence. So with that short note, I would wish you all the best in the program and your studies, and hope that you all will be able to complete this program successfully within the 2 years that are assigned for the program. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best again.
Thank you, dear madam, for your valuable words. And now, our chief guest today, Professor P.M.C. Tilakaratne, the Vice Chancellor of the Open University of Sri Lanka, has joined us despite his busy schedule. His words will inspire and motivate our students, our new learning partners, to commence this program with a firm determination. Dear sir, I respectfully invite you to address the gathering and share your insightful thoughts.
Thank you for the introduction. My voice is not good today. I'm sorry. Very good evening to every one of you. Professor Champika Lianagamage, Head Department of Accounting and Finance. Again, our guest of honor, Dr. Ruchira and Vijayasena, representing today Acting Dean of the Faculty of Management Studies, Dr. Sapukotanage, and of course our Dean of the Faculty also here today, and he, of course, just arrived from the Mauritius, so therefore that unscheduled visit, Professor Nalin Abesekara, in front of me, and other professors, Mr. Asanka Seneviratna, Chief Coordinator of this program, and Mr. Dr. Dharanbe Dharmaratna, President, CEMBA Alumni Association, other all senior academics, administrative officers, most importantly, today, the new entrants or the new learning partners for the CEMBA program. This evening, again gives me a great pleasure just to speak few words about your, that journey that you are about to start of completing Commonwealth Executive Master of Business Administration and the Public Administration program. Again, apart from the welcome speech, as the Vice Chancellor of the Open University of Sri Lanka, I extend warm welcome to all new entrants once again, and also appreciate your right choice, because the Open University of Sri Lanka to date counts 43 years of academic excellence. There are MBA programs in Sri Lanka as well as in the world. You are knowing very well. When that you are choosing an MBA program, so what are the salient features you should look for? First thing, whether the program is accredited. This is fully fledged accredited program by the consortium. The consortium is known as Commonwealth of Learning, Burnaby, based in Burnaby, Canada, and this consortium, there are 7 universities coming together to offer a common curriculum. So therefore, it has the certification or the accreditation, well-recognized degree. Again, there are, that blossoming everywhere MBA programs. Some programs are 1-year programs where very easily you can buy a certificate. Buying a certificate will not, that serve you for the real purpose. For some other purposes maybe. Real purpose means what? Of course, Dr. Sapukotanage mentioned about research. Now, in case of research, now you are going to complete this 2-year program, research as well. When you are choosing a research, your research title or the project that you are that going to be selected must be futuristic. For my masters, I have chosen in 1990, of course it's 89, risk and return. Today we are witnessing risk everywhere, right? Return. That's why our government is today, of course, propagating the concept of domestic debt optimization. Everywhere I know that risk is there, so therefore returns are not there in the companies, lot of things. And again, for the PhD, what I have selected, foreign currency exposure. Today, I recollect my first overseas visit in 1986 to Austria, to the International Atomic Energy Agency, where at that time, the Sri Lankan rupee dollar rate is just, we have given 48 rupees for the single dollar. Today, 350. Right? Why this? I am citing these examples. You need to look forward. because higher education landscape is very dynamic, changing day by day. Requires whom? Requires intellects like you, where that authentically you have the completed the master's degree holders, where who can drive the organization up to the sky. Why I am saying so? Now today, so everywhere we hear organizations are becoming bankrupt and human resources are not under control and marketing is deceived by people, right? A lot of stories. But within that, if you are, because what the MBA is giving you, again, there are niche MBAs. So what's the uniqueness of this MBA? It's a general MBA. Accounting and finance, human resource management, marketing management, and other all technology areas, of course, embedded into this curriculum. When it is embedded, you will be an all-rounder in the future. When you are all-rounder, suppose that you are taking the highest position of the company as a CEO. CEOs are hired by offering highest salary, but in return, shareholders are expecting again high net worth of profit. But you have to have a business acumen to drive your organization to the highest way possible to make that much more profits by keeping at the same time what is known as business ethics as well, ethical standards. Now, MBA again. You have heard of Massachusetts Institute of Technology in the USA, INSEAD Business School, and again when it comes to our neighboring country, Indian Institute of Managements, we are offering very good MBA programs. What's the meaning of the very good MBA programs? Now, libraries are open 24 hours. Students are, what I have witnessed, students are having this MBA as well. You have flexibility. It's pertinent and it is recognized. Why it is flexible? Our MBA program, of course, add value to your work-life balance, where online or that digital teaching and learning techniques will be there. So you will not need to visit every Saturday and Sunday or the evenings to the university to complete your masters. But it doesn't mean that you are going to compromise your quality. Quality of the program depends on how you are devoted for the subject matters with the practical exposure. It's in the MBA, mainly we are focusing case studies as well. It's when that you are developing, even research ideas. I just want to give you an idea. Read Sunday, that Times, Financial Times, and also now the reports light all are now under our just fingerprints. You just browse the internet, you will have the world of learning, where World Economic Forum report, Coursera skills report, where those reports, of course, found and revealed what are the employment opportunities in the world in the future up to 2030. So then, with your, MBA, you can match your skills inventory with the future employment opportunities. Then you will be never failed. You will be a unique MBA holder where you will be competitive and employers, of course, chasing behind youth to hire to their respective organizations. That's your talent and passion. Then, thirdly, but don't forget, I said higher education landscape is very dynamic, but at the same time, technology. Today, the world is all governed by the technology. There are buzzwords today when we are talking, discussing artificial intelligence. Say for example, I'm not that going to, let's say, tell you to benchmark, even to prepare an assignment. ChatGPT is available, right? Then paraphrasing also you can change. There are some other softwares, right? Even now academics will not understand where that you brought that all subject matters. Of course, it is similar to that very good textbooks, right? Some of the that captions. We have to be very careful. So therefore, this is technology, artificial intelligence, blockchain, and many more in the world now. So therefore, technology changed our whole lifestyle today. Whatever the education today that we are, that of course obtaining through a degree programs becomes obsolete after some time. Some other new, methods, processes will come to an effect. But as I stated, through my own experience, risk and return, foreign currency exposure, so I never thought today those are the hot topics in the world. But in my PhD, my own supervisor, of course, guided me. You should have an ability to sell your PhD thesis. That's my supervisor's comment to me. And of course, he that paved the way to do that as well. I worked for the European system of central banks, known as one of the Ionian Bank, as a risk analyst soon after the PhD. So I applied my that all modeling what I have done. That's because of the proper guidance of the supervisor. So third thing, you have that of course again well qualified teaching staff. This teaching staff, again, panel of lecturers are exposed to the that again practice as well as that highly theoretically savvy. So therefore, you will be guided each and every step to complete your aspirations. Then when it comes to the MBA, I met one of the that MBA alumni, one of their functions. Now he is working to New Zealand, who recently migrated. And he said to me, I couldn't recollect his name. He said, due to Commonwealth MBA offered by the Open University of Sri Lanka, I got this opportunity. So therefore, that's why I said internationally accredited. So then, but in overall, on the top of that, you may have a certificate of MBA, but finally it depends on who you are. It means what? Now, again, our two previous speakers mentioned about what is called KSA, and it is that now embedded another M as well. K is knowledge, S is skills, attitudes, and the mindset. KSAM. If your mindset is not sound, you will not be a good that manager to govern the organization, where you have to have an ability and the competency of managing a group, individuals. Again, you must be a very good excellent, not good, excellent group player, team player. Otherwise, you will be failing. And also, you need not the, that of course, emotional decisions you are making, but decisions should be always rational. It means you are going to assess many more alternatives in one of the problems, then that you are choosing the right alternative to be implemented. So therefore, with this MBA, definitely provide you overall exposure to develop yourself to the, not the 21st century we are living, 22nd century as well. So therefore, my request, all of you, new entrants, look forward. Change is, though that we are reluctant to change, change is must. There is no single solution, as I said, for a particular problem, multiple solutions. And also, consultancy is not from the, that your teachers, maybe from your youngsters as well. A lot of, that ideas are coming out. So therefore, the world of, whole, the world, you can learn a lot. And again, competitive enough. Everyone is thinking Sri Lanka is not a country to live. That is also I need to mention. But I'm always saying that Sri Lanka is a country where that everything that we have except that oil and gas. This is the beautiful and of course resourceful country where you can feel all kinds of weather conditions from that Colombo to Nugegoda, Diadalav, everywhere. People are that rich in hospitality, kindness and passion of working. So this is all the country. I have been to several countries, more than 30 countries, but I love this country. I could have also stayed, and because I am standing before you as a result of free education. I did not spend a cent for my education. All poor taxpayers of this country paid for my education. I'm thinking, if my knowledge, expertise, if I'm going to again share with the Australian government or the other developed country, you think just think a little. They never spent a cent for our education, but out of the cream, they are attracting as permanent residents. And those countries are developing day by day. We are again putting into the, what David Tudaro said, third world countries are always falling into the vicious circle of poverty. That is the Trave Dustatrakreta Vateno. So therefore, we always poor, but we are rich in heart and mind. Never forget it. So therefore, I hope, though that I couldn't speak out much, I think that I took the more time of you. So finally, once again, I commend your decision to enroll with the Open University of Sri Lanka. One more thing I need to. Yesterday night I was again prepared one document, that is to welcome adjunct professors to the Open University of Sri Lanka. Adjunct professors are from the various parts of the world. Maybe they are coming from the USA, Canada, Australia, and other developed countries. So therefore, I planned the first few sessions of foreign professors assigned to the MBA program. Then you will have that international exposure as well, because you need to learn new things, not the that old books, what's that that mentioned over there. So with this, again, 2 years academic journey is not easy. you have to have a passion of learning, commitment. I hope that that courage is there with you, and I wish you will all embark with your intended qualification, that is Commonwealth Master of Business Administration and the Public Administration. I wish you all the very best for your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear sir. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the time to introduce our guest of honor this evening, Dr. Ruchira N. Vijayasena, Senior Lecturer at the Institute of Technology, University of Moratuwa. I'm sure his valuable insights will guide our students to recognize the road of their journey ahead. To introduce our keynote speaker to the gathering by presenting his profile and to invite him on stage, I kindly invite Mr. Asanka Seneviratne, the Chief Coordinator of CEMBA program.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I consider it is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce a distinguished scholar who has left an indelible mark on the academic world. Today we are graced with the presence of Dr. Ruchira Vijayasena as the guest of honor at the inauguration ceremony of the 90th intake of the Commonwealth MBA-MPA program. Dr. Ruchira is respected academic and accomplished material researcher. He is a senior lecturer at the Institute of Technology, University of Moratuwa, and also holds visiting positions at other well-known universities. With expertise in nanotechnology and advanced materials, he has made significant contributions through commercialization innovations, patents, and scholarly publications. Outside the academia, Dr. Ruchira plays an active role in various committees and forums influencing policies and strategies across different sectors. He is also committed to sharing knowledge and promoting science, mathematics, and philosophy to the public, aiming to bridge the gap between academia, industry, and society for progress and innovations. Fascinatingly, Dr. Ruchira has become so familiar to presence many of us through various social media, especially the YouTube. His dynamic involvement in generating intellectually stimulating content spanning with wide spectrum of subjects from science, mathematics, and philosophy has resonated with diverse audience across the board. Dr. Ruchira, the stage is yours, sir. We are eager to learn from your unparalleled expertise. Please come. Thank you.
Dear Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Tilakaratne, and Acting Dean at the Faculty of Management Studies, the head of the department who are representing today, Professor Champika Lianagamage and Professor Dr. Sujivi Sapukotnage, and also other distinguished guests, my fellow academics, professors, members from the administration and non-academic staff, and my dear students. Today, I consider this a great privilege to be invited into a forum like this, especially inauguration of 19th batch of this distinguished program. It's really a privilege, and you see the various facets, various dimensions that you can bring together in this type of a program. I truly believe it's going to be phenomenally benefiting for your careers. I stand here as a member from a completely different forum. I'm from science primarily. My expertise is nanotechnology. I'm a materials. My expertise in material science. I've been a scientist in my major part of my career. Today, therefore, I am trying to bring a little bit of that flavor to this talk. Nonetheless, I will assure you this is going to be a little bit about technology, and as our Vice Chancellor added, technology is going to change the way we operate in a very big way. And I assure you the technologies that I am going to discuss today will definitely make its mark when you pass out from your program. I am currently attached to Institute of Technology, University of Moratuwa, this beautiful campus over here, and I've been major part of my work. I've been at Sri Lanka Institute of Nanotechnology. I'm an academic, and time to time I love to come to forums like this and try to share my insights, my experiences with you. And I'm also an active researcher, primarily in the field of material science. This has been my research team back at Sri Lanka Institute of Nanotechnology. We primarily worked on polymer science, material science, and agriculture. We could make some significant innovations back there, and also I try to bring a little bit of my exposure to various, working with the various institutions, state and public, private sector, to this talk. All right, so we'll get into the main content. Ladies and gentlemen, year 2022 has been a very significant year in human civilization. Let me start by stating that. You know why? There are two main reasons. The first reason is that in the first time in our history, we were able to implant a memory into human brain. I'm not talking about just a single, pulse of information. No, a memory we could implant through an implanted device like this. As you can see, this is one of the milestone events, and if you are a bit tech savvy, you must have seen this in the news also. On the other side, we could also extract a memory, not a signal, not a nerve pulse, no, a memory of you meeting somebody else few years back. That sort of a memory we could extract and we could digitize. You may be thinking, what is the relevance of this? I will get into that later. But this is not a single event. There will be a lot of work on this area. Particularly in 2019, there was this big research that got a lot of traction. How we can make something called BrainNet. We all understand what is internet. Internet is a platform we share information. Is there a platform where we can share our emotions, our brains? So I can access, perhaps you have state of emotion. That sort of mentality. We will discuss about these things. Well, for these type of systems to work, you require two things. That if you look at brain as a information system, you need to access that in two ways. The first is that you need to acquire information out of the brain. That is one part of it. Then, of course, you also need to write data, write information to the brain. If you can do these two things, you can do a lot of things, very marvelous things I will add in this presentation. Let's first look at what you call BCI, brain-computer interface, how we can extract information from the brain so you can digitize it. I know some of you may be thinking, what is the relevance of this for my program? But I will get into that. All right. So brain-computer interface is not that new. So if you look at electroencephalography, which we all know mostly as EEG, is a set of electrodes that you can establish on scalp. And it can extract information particularly on the outer cortex of our brain, the most outermost part of our brains. When the neurons are firing electrical pulses, the electrodes can pick them up. And you can identify these the electrical pulses and sometimes generate some useful information. EEG is been known for some time. And the other technology that is commonly known for this is called fMRI. There's a technique called functional magnetic resonance imaging, where you have the ability to identify in single neuron resolution which part of the brain is active when you are engaging in some kind of cognitive activity. This is very important. Why? Because when we learn, when we work, when we think, and when we imagine, a certain part of the brain get activated. If we know which part of the brain get activated and how this activation pattern progress through an event, we can understand how these thinking patterns, how these these cognitive activities really unfold. It's very critical. Beyond that, now these are the most two common techniques, but the things have moved so far. Now we have implantable EEG devices that if you are willing, you can go and get one of these things attached to your brain, implanted, invasive, so that you can get a very specific signals out of certain part of the brain. And even beyond that, if you really willing, you can have something surgical inserted through your brain. Especially now, the EEG primarily brain scans the outer cortex of the brain. But if you really want to get into deeper layers, there's one technique that is called endovascular neural linkage, that you can tap into a main artery or a bloodline. You send a stent. You know what a stent is commonly used, and this stent is very special. It has an electrode in it. So what you can do is you can guide that stent into a particular area of interest. For an example, let's say motor cortex, the part of the brain that basically sort of handles the movements, the limbic movements of our body. And these are being used, really, especially people who have neurodegenerative, degenerative diseases, people who have paralyzed. So their brain is working, but their limbic system is not working. What you can do is you can send some of these stent rods, and you can extract the signal, and you can actuate that signal in certain electronic way into a motor or similar device, and you can and so these people can communicate with others people and move around and do all these things. So this is one part of it. How we can extract information of brain. You see, brain is actually a set of neuron cells. So neuron cells, they pass electronic pulses, and these electrical pulses can be picked up. Now the race is on to come up with non-invasive device that you can basically get information without any. Nobody wants to get a surgery to get their brain signals out. No. So that's the idea. So you wear something called something like this, a device, non-invasively, that you can extract. Now these are very commonly being used. For an example, this particular monkey this primate use that sort of a device, and he is playing a game called mind pong. It is very similar to pong game, but the mind pong means because it plays that game through his mind. And I have personally, these are in the market right now. I have used this device. This is called Moose headset. This is out there. I have used it. It can basically look at how your brain works and understand your state of mindfulness. This is for people who meditate. And these are similar devices. So there are a lot of techniques now being built up to extract information of brains. And also on the other hand, we have CBI, computer brain interfaces, that you can use a computer to write information to the brain. Very famous such example is this. This person over here sends a brain signal, emotion, through his EEG device into a computer, through internet, transmit that information to this person who wears a special electrodes, a magnetic stimulation device that activates a magnetic pulse. And that magnetic pulse activates certain part of his brain, certain part of his brain, so that whatever this person thinks, this is something that has been demonstrated a few years back. So what you can do is now, if say you have a certain emotion, using this type of device, you can digitize it, you can send it across, you send it to a certain person, and if he wears a BCI, he can feel what you are sending. And this is actually what we call, it's a good representation of BCI. We call this transcranial magnetic stimulation, where this This is an electrode, magnetic electrode. You can send magnetic pulses, and these magnetic pulses can be directed to certain parts of the brain. If you focus these pulses into especially places like your visual cortex, you will start to see certain colors, certain light pulses. If you close your eyes, you will start to see this. So what you can do right now is that emotions can be sent to some other peoples for their absorbance. Okay, and this has even gone so far. This is called modulence. This modulence is a wearable contact lens. You can wear it. It has a display. It has a camera. It has a data storage device. It has a system that can communicate with an electronic device that you may carry. What it can, so this is the 2022 we had the feature complete prototype. They invited me to wear this, but I said no. But I am sure they will get there. I mean, very good. And so this is a live sort of a image. So by wearing this contact lens, what you will have is an augmented reality scenario displayed on your visual display. So you can, for an example, you look at stars and you ask this question, what is this constellation? And it will project this modulence at the current technological level. It will project and connect these stars and say, this is Pegasus. And that is the level of technology here we are today. So many information, maps displayed online in front of your eyes. If you are bicycling, if you are riding, your information, biometrics, all that can be given. So my dear students, members of the audience, what does this mean for humanity? Currently, BCI devices are primarily for people who are disabled, so that they can get the information out of the brain, actuate some motor or something like this, something like that to help in their condition. But what does this really mean for humanity? And that is the subject I would like to talk. You see, I am delivering a talk. What I am doing right now, I have some knowledge. These words are very important. I have very little knowledge about this particular field. What I am trying to do is that I am trying to convert that knowledge into information, verbal information. I am transmitting that to you. You absorb that information. You try to analyze them. You order them. You debate. You do your own thing, and you are trying to make it your own knowledge. My knowledge to information that you acquire, you analyze, you make your own knowledge. What if we can do this? That I say, I have this knowledge, and you say, I would like to have access to that knowledge. Then I transfer that knowledge directly to you. The way we communicate, way we share knowledge now is very inefficient. It depends on how I can articulate that knowledge to you as information, and how well you can understand and comprehend that information to convert into a knowledge. Depend on so many things. Why? What if we can share knowledge to knowledge, brain to brain? That's the technology we are talking about. Imagine a future where a boy sends a text message to his girlfriend, and usually what they do is they type in some text, and after that they put in a little bit of emojis just to make that scene, so that when the girlfriend receives it, she understands, okay, some text, but to give the context, some emojis, love, hearts, kisses, and things like that. Why? Why that person is trying to do that? Because he understands the text alone cannot transmit emotions. Think about a future that you type in the text and you extract your emotion, you digitize it, you put into a device, you share it across the internet, and she receives it. She reads the text and also embrace that emotion. And that is the era we are heading into. Imagine, the holy grail of BCI is not even that. Holy grail of BCI is if our consciousness is a sequence of magnetic pulses, electronic pulses. We understand that, we learn that using deep learning methodologies. You digitize it, then we leave our physical body behind. We transmit our consciousness into a computer system so it can live as long as the world is. Immortality is the holy grail of consciousness. Why I have shared this information with you? Because this is called cognitive revolution. Some of the techniques, some of the technologies that I have shared are in line to what we call to this revolution that we try to understand as cognitive revolution. The way we think is limited to the exposure we have already gotten. But in the future, the technologies like this, you will also be able to seamlessly access information. And you will have a layer of information on top of what you have learned. And brain-to-brain communication is that powerful. Now, I would say 30 years ago, if you want to learn about quantum physics, you must go and meet the professor. And if you are lucky, he will recommend you a book, and you will never understand that book. But the reality today is that if you want to learn quantum mechanics now, what you can do is you can take out your device, you search, and you will find the best professors, best lecturers on quantum physics trying to teach some of these concepts simple as possible, simple that they can really articulate these concepts to you. You will find that. But still, you need a device. Can we think about a future that the humanity get submerged, immersed with knowledge? And that is the future we are going. These are not things that I don't want to exaggerate these things. If you go to any BCI conference, you will hear these things. Because why people are excited? Because it is anticipated that by 2050, we will, a typical desktop computer would be able to achieve same level of neural, the computational capacity required for neural simulation. That's why people are interested. And I will assure you, within next 10 years, 15 years, some of these will be really, really relevant. And that is even that's not the full story. Imagine AI working with these devices. Now, of course, we are talking about information. We have AI, so you have certain level of intelligence now. But on top of that, let's try to layer in artificial intelligence. Then you have intelligence, we have whole artificial intelligence working in favor of you. So these are the technologies we are going to talk about. I don't want to go into all this information, but I will show you this. Try to imagine this concept. Door to space theater. Try to imagine that. Door to space theater. That if you can grasp it as a concept, imagine it. Door to space theater. It's a pretty difficult abstract concept. Door to ahas mandalata dorutuwa. Try to imagine it. It's a very difficult abstract concept. But look at this image. This is an AI algorithm imaginating that level of comprehension, that level of abstraction. And this image is very, very special because 3 years back, this image won a particular art competition. A lot of discussion, a lot of debate went into this. You see, to abstract to come up with this level of abstraction, an artisan would require 30, 40 years of experience. But imagine computer systems doing this, 40 years of experience doing that 40 years, 40 seconds. And the best thing is, I mean, I wouldn't say best, the idea is that you can copy and paste these software programs. You can't copy and paste artists, no. Imagine the changes these type of devices will carry. Doctors, now we have AI. Engineers, civil engineers, material scientists, computer programs, mechanical engineers, so many areas now being replaced by some of these artificial. Imagine these artificial intelligence system working in favor of you in a society, in a future society. And so this is my question for you. How will these type of technologies, I mean, as managers, we always want to have a little bit of an outlook to the future, and that's how we predict, we get prepared. That's how one component of management is, right? We understand the future, try to comprehend that, try to ready ourselves. And accountants keep their books, try to optimize their processes and all that. Imagine, we are living at this moment a technological revolution. Things are moving in a very high, rapid rate. And can we comprehend these things? And what are the implications these type of technologies will carry? Major countries, developed countries will have access to these technologies more faster than us. Think about the disparity. Think about how the shifts of knowledge, skills, that market's going to shift. And developing countries, Commonwealth countries, how are we going to mitigate some of these adverse effects? What are our strategies? What are our policies? And that, I guess, I will leave with you. Just a small thing. 50 years ago, we had something called custodian system. People took pride in what they own. My wife has this Miris color. For some reason, she keeps this. This was inherited to her by her mother, to her by her mother. The whole thing goes. And similar, this sailor, she never wears, but she keeps it. Custodian system. People take pride in what they own. One Miris color for several generations. And of course, 30 years ago, we had consumerism. A person would, I would say, in their lifestyle, 10, 15 blenders instead of one Miris color. You change with the technology. So those days, ladies, they wear only single male, this karamale. Now she needs a specific male for each of the occasions, consumerism. This we know, and this is we are heading. A virtual economy. Virtual economy. You see, here, custodian, for the products, you be a custodian. You take ownership. Here, you are just consuming the product or service, and you do not involve with that. In the virtual economy, you become the experience itself. And things are unfolding in this rate. Imagine a future where you, for your work, you get into a game, and you might work in something called a virtual sphere, where you can walk, you can run, you can jump, you can fight, you can do all these things. And that virtual world, you have a particular currency. And there are no borders. US, Americans, British people, Sri Lankans, Pakistanis, Indians, anybody can participate. No national, both these borders will be eroded. Virtual economy. You become the experience itself. I recently had opportunity. I thought this would take 50 years. Not only me, not just me, but so many other people, academics. I recently had a chance to put on Apple Vision Pro, their latest virtual economy, virtual reality headset. And I was moved. I don't think 15 years from now, there will be a big market for television companies. You optimize, customize experience, music, entertainment, knowledge for teachers. I don't even imagine how things will unfold. And my students and the audience. So this is what I want to share with you. As our VC sir said, technology will change the game, and we need to be ready for that. And I don't think the traditional methods will really help you much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, dear sir, for your insightful thoughts and interesting knowledge that you shared with us regarding how the technology has touched upon every corner of our lives. And now we are going to express our gratitude to our guest of honor today, Dr. Ruchira N. Vijayasena, by presenting a token of appreciation. Dear sir, I kindly request you to come to the stage again. And to offer the token of appreciation, I cordially invite the chief guest of this event, Professor PMC Tilakaratna, Vice Chancellor of the Open University of Sri Lanka.
Thank you very much, sirs. And I'd like to very respectfully invite the Vice Chancellor of the Open University of Sri Lanka, Professor PMC Tilakaratna, to remain on stage to accept the token of appreciation for the remarkable guidance throughout. To offer the token of appreciation, I cordially invite Dr. Sujeevi Sappukotanage on stage.
Thank you, dear sir and madam. Dear ladies and gentlemen, we are also honored to have with us Dr. S. Dhananjay Dharmaratna, the President of the Commonwealth Executive of Master of Business and Public Administration Alumni, and one of the proud assets of this program. You might be awaiting to know about the CEMBA program, and rather than we explain it, I hope the words of a person who really experienced it would worth more. So, I kindly invite Dr. S. Dhananjay Dharmaratna to express his ideas about the experience he got from this program.
Albert Einstein says, "Pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain all our lives as children." We all like to be children. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let's enjoy the evening being in the present moment. Present moment is life. Vice Chancellor of Open University, Professor PMC Tilakaratna, who is our chief guest today. Our guest of honor, keynote speaker, Dr. Ruchira Vijayasena, Senior Lecturer, Institute of Technology, University of Moratuwa. Professor Nalin Abesekara, still not the Dean of the Faculty of Management Studies. In his absence, Acting Dean, Dr. Sujeevi Sappukotanage, Professor Champika Liyenagamage, Head Department of Accounting and Finance, Professor LPS Gamini, Mr. Asanka Seniviratna, Senior Lecturer, Chief Coordinator of CEMBA, CEMPA Alumni Program, I think Ms. Vindhya is not there, who is the registrar of Open University of Sri Lanka, and all other professors, doctors, lecturers, academic and non-academic staff of Open University of Sri Lanka and other universities, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share knowledge. So we are after a BCI. I'm a little scared. But my line is a little bit different, Dr. Ruchira. MBA, married but available, some say. Yes, I was married during the CEMBA program with 3 children, 10, 7 and 2. Now they are 32, 29 and 24. My eldest is at the moment on the sky, reaching us tomorrow from USA. But of course, I had the luxury of an employee who happens to do the most difficult, challenging, sensitive job without a pay. You know who? My beloved wife. Other definition is mind before action. I think that is more appropriate nowadays. But in order to do this, we should have a clear mind. We were talking about mindset. Mr. Asanka had promised me the opportunity in future. I will share my experiences as a student and as the president of the Alumni Association. It was in 2011 we completed our CEMBA program. We were the cohort 6. 2 of my supervisors are here, Dr. Sujeevi and Professor Gamini. You all were with us during our challenging times. We had veterinary surgeons, medical doctors, bankers, a lot of professionals in our program. I take valuable insights from the speech made by one Miss Savita Krishnamurthy to the Wellinkers Institute of Management. Indeed, it was a very memorable journey. If I have to take some quick flashbacks to my campus life, it was one of my best times in life. 2 beautiful years, met amazing people who were batchmates and friends even today. Excellent faculty, their learning and thought processes stayed with us forever. We were fortunate enough to have late Professor Sudatta Ranasinghe, who was the professor in management, as our supervisor, lecturer, mentor, etc. I cannot forget interaction had with him regarding the curriculum, lectures, etc. Even the innovative sessions added to the curriculum was very important and useful even today. I continue to have the interaction with the faculty since working closely with Institute of Supplies and Materials Management. I am specialized in supply chain. Why I did not mention it in the starters, it ultimately does not matter. Once you are working for an organization, you are a business partner, whichever the process you take. So my earnest advice is do not fall into silos or compartments. Being in the supply chain was very challenging and interesting. The learning I received in HRM, strategic management, economics, finance and accounting, also learning processes such as MRP, ERP during the CEMBA program was very useful. As for you all, we didn't have Zoom, we didn't have chat, generative pre-trained transformer, we call it chat, GBT, etc. But of course we had visual classroom. Also we were not experiencing corona, debt restructuring, fuel, power cuts, aragaliya, etc. at that time. When I'm doing today, I'm able to draw those parallels what I learned from OUSL. 2-year learning process was interesting, and do not forget light moments and quarrels we had with regards to availability of course materials and how we prepare for the projects. At that time, I was working for Lanka hospitals. We used to work late nights in my office room. And the arguments we had, who is best, it is HR, finance, marketing, etc. Long sessions we had with lecturers at that time. We never thought that OUSL, Open University of Sri Lanka, is preparing us for a lifelong journey. It was very boring at that time, but now only we know how important those lectures were. I am more thankful to that. Also, someone aspiring to look at management as a qualification, I would say it rounds your personality so that it is important whatever career you take. I think Dr. Richira touched upon that, how important management into any profession. So my dear students, or Professor Champika called learning partners, you have taken the right and the best decision to join with CEMBA program. This is my last page, don't worry. Soon after the convocation in 2011, we had a party to our dear lecturers. In that gathering, only the seed was planted to have an alumni. Now our alumni is 11 years young. What are our objectives as an alumni association, which you all are going to join us with us hopefully? To promote an engaging and mutually beneficial lifetime connection between Commonwealth Executive Masters MBA MPA and its community of alumni. To enhance the image recognition of the CEMBA alumni. To strengthen the connections between and to provide services to alumni by fostering individual knowledge and career growth, enhancing ties to the program, the Commonwealth of Learning and the university, to support the program's human, financial and intellectual resources, finally to work with any other groups, including non-alumni groups, having connections with the program or the university or alumni or services necessary, convenient to carry out the purposes. With that mindset, only we exist. As most of you know, it is not an easy task to get things done with a voluntary group, but we are trying hard. You all can become associate members by paying rupees 500. My able treasurer is here, Dinesh. So if you are willing, you can pay 500 and become associate members even today. What are the benefits you get? You can participate in our CPD programs, continuous professional development programs, CEO forums, we had a very successful one recently, CSR activities, and most importantly, you can enjoy yourself at our annual general meeting, but you all can't vote until you graduate. You will be in good company if you join alumni such as Director General of Health, Deputy Director General of Health, bankers, Sri Lanka Police, Armed Forces, and most importantly, Mr. Asanka, mindful practitioners. And also, you will be associating the hierarchy of the Open University when you join alumni. Our very own Vice Chancellor is our patron. Dean, Professor Nalin, is our deputy patron. Professor Champika is our ex-officio. Miss Vindhya, our registrar, is one of our vice presidents. And our energetic Mr. Asanka, who is your chief coordinator, is our alumni officer. Okay, please be in touch with us. If you need any assistance, etc., do not hesitate to contact us. So hopefully, Mr. Asanka, everyone will join us. Once The former Prime Minister of India, Mahatma Gandhi, said, "You must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is an ocean. If a few drops of the ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty." So there may be little faults here and there. Don't blame the program. It's a wonderful program. If you are married, if you can successfully complete the CEMBA alumni, this program, you can achieve anything in life. You take my word for that. I also take following quote in most of my academic speeches. "Anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 20 or 80. Henry Ford. With this, I wish all of you the very best. Hope you will have courage, determination, and will to succeed. I am sure you will have not only the qualification, but lots of fond memories at the end of the 24 months journey. Most importantly, enjoy your journey. Be happy all the time." Ladies and gentlemen, it is not the end, nor the beginning. It is the end of the beginning. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear sir. Now we have come to the end of today's program. The outcome you see today is because of the dedication and the commitment of a big team who are always working with synergy to make the university proud. So, to thank each and every one of them who played a big role in the success of this event, I respectfully invite Mr. Asanka Seneviratna, the Chief Coordinator of CEMBA program. Dear sir, over to you.
Thank you. I'm really excited today because with the enormous effort, around 3 to 4 months, now we anyway inaugurate our 19th intake. So let me to thank, I have actually a large number of to be highlighted, but I will do it quickly. I take the opportunity to convey all my gratitudes through words on behalf of Department of Accounting and Finance and the Faculty of Management Studies of the Open University of Sri Lanka. At the outset, I would like to thank Chief Guest of this event today, Professor PMC Tilakaratna, the Vice Chancellor of the Open University of Sri Lanka, for accepting our invitations and for being here with us today. Dear sir, your presence graced this event. Thank you very much. I would like to sincerely thank Dr. Ruchira Vijayasena, guest of honor. He's a senior lecturer of the Institute of Technology, University of Moratuwa, for his presence and speech on timely topic. I think you got immerse of knowledge with him. We are so grateful for you, sir, and we are so grateful for accepting our invitation despite your busy schedules. Let me to thank Dr. Sujivi Sapukotanage, Head Department of Marketing Management, representing the Dean of the Faculty of Management Studies, for joining with us today. I must thankful Professor Champika Lianagamage, Head Department of Accounting and Finance, who was the former Chief Coordinator of the program, CEMBA, for extending her full support for this event. Let me to express my heartfelt appreciation to Mr. K.P. Nishant. He's the acting dean at the moment, who was unable to join today because of his father's funeral. However, he extended his generous support, a lot of encouragement and guidance. Thank you, sir, for despite your critical time of the life. I would be falling short of my responsibility if I did not express my appreciation to Professor Nalin Abhisekara, Dean of the Faculty of Management Studies, who is sitting with us today since he's on leave. Thank you very much, sir, for joining with us today. Then I must thankful to Ms. Vindhya Jayasena, As Dr. Dhananjay mentioned, she is the registrar as well as our EXCO and vice chairman of the CEMBA alumni. She is actually contributing to so many of our activities as well as to this event. Furthermore, I must grateful to Dr. Anura Wickramasinghe, the boss of the OUSL, for his support, especially for extending this financial assistance for our new learning partners of the 19th intake. Thank you, Dr. Wickramasinghe, despite his absence. Then I have to express my sincere gratitude to the Professor Shanti De Silva, Director CEMPA, for allowing us to this organizing this inaugural ceremony inside this beautiful CEMPA studio. Furthermore, I have to appreciate CEMPA team led by Mr. Chandra Tennakon and his active technical staff, Yoshita and Lila and all those things. Thank you very much, each and every one of you, for making this inaugural ceremony more colorful and memorable. In addition to that, I must thankful to Director IT and his staff for assisting us many aspects during this whole process. Once again, if I did not mention the Director Operation, Director Regional Education Services and Assistant Director Colombo Regional Center, Ms. Vindhya Angambana and her technical staff, I have to thankful especially the work engineer and Chief Executive Officer, even Subburn SAR Student Affairs. They gave us their prompt support on our request. So thank you very much, each and every one of them. Then I have to thankful to President CEMPA alumni, Dr. Dhananjay Dharmaratna and all EXCO members, Dinesh also present today, for your commitment and continuous support for the CEMPA program. Let me to thank our conferees today, Taranga Veerasinghe, Ms. Sitari Herath, for their wonderful conferring. Both of them are really doing worthy service to our faculty. I must thankful to all the academic staff of FMS family, especially who is present today, Professor LPS Kamini, Mr. Chanaka Veerasekara, and many are actually virtually join with us through the Zoom. Thank you very much for each and every one of you for extending their supports. Furthermore, I must be thankful to our SAR, Mr. Janaka Gunasekara, and his non-academic staff, including Mr. Priyantha, for their utmost unconditional support despite all these barriers and make this event wonderful. So I have to thank especially all our staff members of the Department of Accounting and Finance. So they are ready even without our request, and they immensely support us. I must mention two academic coordinators, Ms. Tilini and Nishadi. They have been with me during this function. Thank you very much to both of you. Last, but as Mr. Chanaka always said, not least, a heartfelt thanks goes to each and every new learning partners of this 19th intake. Vice Chancellor sir, we interviewed 130 exactly, and we gave opportunity for 60. I think each and everyone knows because we have a very active WhatsApp group, right? So it is easy, Vice Chancellor sir, for us to communicate with them. Then they are getting feedback and I am doing. So today actually 35 members confirmed their participation. I think majority of them are here today. And I do believe with our financial assistance, rest will join. And I do believe, as Dr. Dhananjay mentioned, they will be our alumni members as well as you will be lifelong partners with the OUSL, the Open University of Sri Lanka People's University. With that remark, I wish each and every one of you a pleasant evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, dear sir, for your dedication and commitment in handling this program and for always being a supportive and friendly coordinator to our students. And with that, now we are going to conclude this ceremony and we invite you all to enjoy the refreshments arranged for you at the lobby area. And on behalf of the university, I wish all the learning partners who join with us today for the CEMBA program the very best of luck in their studies at the Open University of Sri Lanka. May your journey be filled with knowledge, success and victory. Thank you and have a very good night.